Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Why they got us cutting up? Woo. Why they got us cutting up? Woo. Why they got us cutting up? Yeah. Why they got us cutting up? Woo. Yeah. Who you know got a flow like this? Tell me who got a flow like God.
Guess what? I got a subject today.
Okay.
We got a subject today. It's gonna be pretty fun. You know what I mean? We got a very special guest too coming up.
Okay.
That goes so well with this subject.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So today we're gonna be talking about Wavy's least favorite thing, smoking weed.
And
marijuana.
Here we go. The sweet
Here we go.
Marijuana.
All right.
They
Cloud
call it
nine itself.
Ganja. Mary Jane.
Nah,
You know what
so
I'm
many
saying?
names for it.
So
Gas.
Loud.
Some gas.
Loud.
Yes, some
Loud.
don't say gas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Gas. It's
The herbal
loud.
tea.
Hell yeah. I wish we was rolling one right now, but this show wouldn't get done if we did it. So
Oh, it would get done. It would just be interesting as hell.
Oh,
We would
man,
probably go
it
about 2
would.
hours too long.
so first, before we get to our special guest, I want to ask Lady S.
Yes.
Like, do you smoke weed? I mean, you don't really look like a weed smoker, but you act like one because you're a little
Do
brolic.
I?
Cause you peaceful as hell. Like,
Brolic yet peaceful.
Is that what it is?
You know what I mean?
She's zanned out.
Y'all said two totally different sides of the spectrum.
Yeah, but you know it's like
Well,
a,
see, 'cause
like a
that's like a
chocolate covered
pothead.
pretzel.
Yeah.
The balance.
Yeah. You smoke weed?
So I tried it, but I don't smoke. I'm not a smoker.
When's the last time you tried it?
I guess we can look at like it may have been
Yo, I was waiting for it.
Oh,
I
she
think
smoked with you?
I think he
No.
pressured me.
No.
I think he was
Oh.
like, you see me look at him like,
I ain't say
don't
nothing,
know.
but
I think he pressured me like, just
Rob
take a
peer
little
pressured you?
pull, you'll be
yo.
Damn, Rob, you
So
damn
that bus that just went by, you were driving that, huh? You were driving that bus. I was just making sure.
okay. No. But I don't know. I'm not really sure. But
you're not gonna date yourself.
It
Just
doesn't.
give us
oh
like,
no,
give us
I'm not
decades.
worried about that. I
Tell
ain't
us
worried
in
about
decades.
that. First of all, okay.
He said it was like a lot of decades.
Look, I got my hoops in. Don't make me act up
Oh,
today,
yeah, you
okay?
sure
That's
do.
the
Yes,
first
you do.
of all.
So see, brolic. I told you.
Long as
Didn't
I
say
know,
that?
right? Long as you
I
don't
just
start
said
taking
it.
them off, you know, if
No,
you
I'm
start taking
very
them off, it's a
peaceful
problem.
and, like,
You
know,
are.
So
You're
how
very
long are we
very
Thank
safe.
you.
are we talking like 2 years, 10 years,
Maybe like a couple years,
couple years?
maybe a little less than that.
Yeah.
Cause like, so okay, here's
Couple
my
months.
thing. I don't know why I do this, right?
Uh-huh.
I know I'm not a great smoker, right? I
Neither
know.
am I.
At one point in time, I was like, I used to smoke.
Oh, so there was a point in time.
Yeah,
you smoked regularly.
like when I was younger, you know, like when I was in, I'm not saying younger, but when I was in Jersey, I tried. Like everybody was doing it. I'm like, oh, you know, and I was okay. Then one day, it didn't work out that well for me, right? So I'm like, it just didn't work out well.
Oh, so you try to upgrade from reefer to some
No.
gas.
Yeah.
And got a rude awakening.
Yeah,
Yes.
nah, you probably made that classic mistake of starting with gas.
Something. I don't know
Yeah,
what the
nah, you
hell
don't do that.
happened.
You don't
All
start
I
with
know
that.
is it wasn't the same type of weed I used to smoke, you know? So then I was like, I waited. I was like, this ain't the same shit. So I waited like, I was like, let me try a couple more years. Let me just try it again. Didn't work
It's
out.
just gonna get
My-
stronger
and
and stronger.
it's always
How's
the
it make-
same thing.
What happens?
This is what happens. So first I'm like, okay, I'm all right. And I feel my eyes getting a little low. I'm like, oh, shit. And then I'm always in my head, always. Then I'm really in my head. And then I start hearing. Like, I
start
have
hearing
like
shit?
really
Yo,
good
what you
hearing on a regular basis. Like people laugh because I can hear everything.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it'll
She
freak
do
you out.
Nah, legit,
When
she
I
can
tell you I
everything.
can hear shit people can't hear, I can hear everything. Like somebody will be knocking, nobody hears. I'm like, oh, they coming up to the door. They're like, what the fuck? When I was smoking, I would have heard the wings on the fly. I'd be like, oh shit, right there. I'm telling you. So then I'm like, oh shit, I can hear everything. So then I'm in my head about that. And then my heart.
Shit give you
This is when
superpowers.
no.
I'm like, what's the downside?
Here's the hard left.
Damn, I might need to
Here's
change my mind.
Here's where the left. Here's where the left comes in. My heart will start beating fast. I'm like, oh shit, I can't.
Oh,
I
You
can't
the
feel my
panicky high
heart.
person.
It does not work out well for me. And then once that shit happens, then I'm done. I gotta like stay in my head just so I can stay calm.
Is it
and I don't
gas?
like that.
Is it the gas? Is it gas or is it red?
Must
It's red.
be. Listen, I remember one time everybody was smoking. It's like, I should try it. I was like, you guys got like reg? And they laughed so hard. I was like, no, for real, because I need some regular.
Gotta be red.
I was so serious.
Ask for Reggie.
I need some regular
And listen,
weed.
I even threw the please. I was like, please. Y'all got They're looking at me like, are you serious?
Do they even make Reggie anymore?
I don't know, but
It's natural. It's from the ground,
It didn't
man. They
work
gotta
out
make
for
it.
me.
It still comes out, but don't nobody smoke that shit.
All right, so Wavyy.
Okay,
I
Wavyy.
already know you don't smoke.
Here we go.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. Have you ever tried it?
Never.
Never?
Never.
Why?
That's dope.
Gotta know, bro.
I don't know. Well, you know, I'm a strong-willed person, so I don't like when people try to peer pressure you type situation. So people used to do that all the time. I'm like, nigga, I ain't smoking nothing. You know what I mean? And I stood to that. So I feel like more so it was for trying to prove something at first. But then I started smelling, but like, it smell good as hell though. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things like, it smell good. But I don't know. I just don't. I don't care for what people go with it. Like people start trying to do it like it's crack or something. Like it's super addictive to certain people, and it's like every moment they gotta smoke. So people around me that did it, I know you're not one of the people. Like I've never seen you smoke actually. So
Me neither. That's
Don't worry about it.
I'm shocked to hear you actually. No,
Yeah.
I did see you smoke. I was so disappointed in you. I forgot where we was at. I forgot
Where
we
you
was
like,
somewhere.
oh,
I
damn.
think we was on Hollywood Boulevard, and you was in that. We was in that building, and you was back there smoking. I'm like, look at Dominic smoking.
What building?
It was some club that we went to with what's his name? I don't
the
want to say what's his
building.
name. We was on Hollywood Boulevard though, and we was in
But
that little spot,
we were
and they was back
partying.
there smoking. Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah, that probably
you
was
start
true.
smoking. I said, look at Dominic smoking
know, right?
reefer.
Yo, how did he make it
smoking
out the
reefer.
party?
That's funny.
Roughly.
Man.
That's
Roughly.
funny.
And then he had the nerve to be wanting to drive and shit, man.
I know you were sitting there like,
I'm like, yo, because I was driving with him, and then he dropped me. I'm like, bro, you gonna make it home? Like, look at this man, like, bro, you good?
I was weed, man. It wasn't alcohol.
But your face though was like, man, I might crash this bitch. Like, hey,
For anybody else, I would say that because this man right here falls asleep every time.
yeah,
That's
That's
why I
funny.
smoke. Like I don't smoke. Like
Nah,
I
he
don't wake
can't
up.
do it. He can't
sleep.
I don't do recreational. Literally, like right before it's time to go to bed because I have bad insomnia. So
okay.
yeah. So if I don't smoke, I'm not passing out until like 4 in the morning. Till my body just give out.
Yeah.
Because you get alone. My brain, the way my brain works, like a
I
computer,
get
it
that.
just doesn't stop.
me.
And then you get into the silence and the darkness. That just makes it worse. Your brain is like, all right, I ain't got to focus on nothing but these thoughts now.
right.
So then I'm like, dude, all right, I got to do something. And I just discovered that, weed was that for me. Knocks me right
put
on
him
out.
right to sleep.
Because if you don't know about the technical side of weed, smoking marijuana will take you past your alpha level of sleep and straight into your beta. And the beta level of sleep is where your body begins to heal itself and do all those things. You surpass the dream stage as well. The alpha stage is
So
when
you're not in the REM sleep.
Right, exactly.
Shit, y'all might have to roll up after the show.
Hey, bro.
I need that beta sleep. Let me stop.
Did y'all peep when he went into professor mode? Did you hear
Yeah,
the
yeah,
voice change?
he
He's
switched.
like,
You seen his body language and
he
stuff.
was all like, yeah, because and if you really want to, I said, oh shit, he felt good with it.
That's my NPR voice.
There you go.
See, when you slip into the beta realm of smoking marijuana, NPR, what's up? You know what I mean? Like, I've been waiting all these
That
years.
Yo,
check.
if you end up in NPR, that'd be dope. I ain't gonna lie.
I'll put them
Talking about
applications.
weed.
Nah, I'll mess up.
Yeah, talking about weed. Yeah, you will.
No, just period. I'll be on there like, welcome to another episode of NPR. And boy, I got some shit for y'all ass today. Everybody look at me like,
Yo, Wavyy, you killing me over there.
This stupid ass fly.
Yeah,
I know, right?
It is.
Oh my god.
For everybody
Look,
that
and
doesn't
in the
know,
middle, too.
there happens to be a fly in here, and we're all trying not to pay attention to it, but it keeps landing on people.
Well, we
It's in
cutting
the
up, so I'm be real.
Yeah.
I'm just being real.
Are we?
Yeah, come to me. man.
That's what.
Oh, you next.
right, so I know you don't smoke, but I know Rob, I know you smoke dog.
Never.
Man. Smoke dog, baby. Believe that.
Never.
I ain't never
You know what I
smoked.
mean?
What are you
Oh,
talking about,
you never
man?
smoked,
I do not trace the magic dragon.
Smoking.
Nah, I smoke like shit, bro. That's fucked up. Man, I gotta stop that shit. I
That's
used to smoke
funny.
really bad. And it was weird how it all got started. Me and my homies, we just like look at documentaries and shit in my buddy's room, and his roommate was a dealer, and so he was like, "Yo, y'all want something? Yeah, why not?" And then man, it progressed, and about 10 blunts later, we done read all of Enoch, some physics books. Like, we done go through all kind of stuff, made writings, started all kind of stuff. My other buddy was writing raps, the other one was writing physics, the other one, I'm sitting there writing stories for movies. Yeah, and we would sit there and do that. We did that for an entire summer.
So I think you're at this table right now, you're the most experienced smoker, except for our next guest here. I believe it would definitely challenge your record. But I seen that dude smoke. My God.
Oh, man.
Snoop Dogg level,
Right?
Wow. I don't even know
The Wiz
Snoop doing it
Khalifa.
like that.
Yo,
What?
yeah. If you smoke,
No,
God
I'm
dang.
talking about
Hold on, he
serious.
out smoking Snoop?
Yeah.
Yo.
Well, I'm talking about like.
Yo, that's Willie Nelson. There's only one other level
You all
from
right?
Snoop is Willie Nelson.
Yeah. And so, but tell me, what's your funniest moment while smoking?
Man, that's easy. The first time I smoked with my little cousin. Man. I had just broke up with my ex, and I was really down. And everybody that knows me knows that I was like, when I get down, because I don't really ever get sad. So super down. And she's in the back. She's like, cuz, just hit this. I don't smoke. Just hit this. Okay, so I got to explain, first of all. She didn't tell me that for all my smokers out there, I need y'all to understand, she gave me perp. Yeah, perp is a special type of smoke. Yeah. You don't just smoke perp for the first time. Yo, bruh, I literally hit it, looked up and was like, man, this guy looks good. And then got lost in the woods for till about morning time. My little cousin said, well, she left me the blunt. I hit the blunt.
Yep.
And I looked up and said that to her, and she said, I don't remember this. She said, I'm going to go get her some snacks in the house. And for some reason, I finished hitting the blunt and got to walking. I don't know where the hell I ended up, but I remember it was sunlight, and I was doing this. Oh, this is not good. Why? Because it was only 9. Why? This is not a problem.
Where have I been?
Yeah, for easy 7 hours, bro.
Did you still have all your clothes on and stuff?
Yeah, I had all my clothes
so you
on.
weren't tweaking.
See, that's the great thing about like weed. You don't tweak, and you don't
get lost.
Don't tweak. You just do that you probably shouldn't be paying attention to. You start paying attention to, like paying attention to wings on flies and stuff.
Yes.
Which is I've
Oh
never.
shit, you think I'm high?
Hold up. With that question? After that question? Just maybe, my friend. Just maybe.
Yeah, if you don't know, you might have hit a blunt.
If you ever said, do you
That's
think I'm
with
high?
Biggs, man.
No. There's 2 questions. Do you think I'm high? And do I look high? You look high. If you ask that question, you look high. It's easy. Your eyes are not even open.
That reminds me, man. This wasn't my first time smoking, but I do have a funny story.
Okay.
But actually, I'll tell you both. The first one was a little embarrassing, but I'll keep that short and omit some things. But so the first time I'm smoking, I think I'm about, because I was a late bloomer when it came to drinking, smoking, all. I was playing football. I was like, I'm gonna be healthy.
Focused.
We started that late. Like,
we started mad late.
Mm.
So it was like my 21st birthday, right? And I got to the point where I knew football was not gonna happen. I was done with that, and it was over. And so then I just started like, okay, now I want to know what all the other stuff is about: drinking, smoking. Never
fun.
did like coke or any hardcore drugs.
Mm-hmm.
I just never. I was like,
Those
I used to
are
smoke
drugs.
cigarettes. So I was always like, if I can't get off these, damn, I ain't trying shit else.
Wow.
Smart.
So I've never had any other drug, but so I was sitting there and I had a friend of mine. Her name was Chantel. Shout out to Chantel if you're out there somewhere. You remember Chantel?
Yeah, I remember Chantel.
And Chantel, I was talking to her. I didn't know where to get weed and all that stuff. I wasn't a smoker.
Mm-hmm.
So there was this girl that I was hanging out with. We had been hanging out for weeks, right? Just chilling, not messing around, nothing, but we really liked each other, right? And so I was just like, and neither one of us had a crib at the time and all that stuff where we could be alone. So it was like my birthday was coming up and I was like, look, I'm gonna get with my homegirl Chantel. She told me she's gonna give me some weed, for my birthday, and I'm gonna try it the first time. I was like, but I gotta be with somebody I trust, right? That was my little hook. I was trying to get her to the hotel room.
Indeed.
Here we go.
I gotta, reel her in.
Yeah.
So I was like, I need somebody to be there that I trust, and like, who else would I want to kick it with besides you? And she was already smoking, right? She was a smoker already. And she was like, cool, yeah, let's do it. Let's get a room, blah, blah, blah. So my uncle, he hooked me up with a bottle of, what was it, E&J.
Gosh.
Ooh.
Yeah, Irk and Jerk.
He's a Jesus.
Probably haven't had it since then, but but he helped me with a little fifth. And Chantel brought me 2 already pre-rolled blunts, right?
Ooh,
2 big-ass blunts, right? I've never smoked weed before at this time, right? She doesn't say, hey, this is gas, or hey, this is perb, or something like that, right? She just said, here you go, have a ball. I'm like, my girl, you know what I mean? So I meet up with Shorty, we go to the room and whatnot, and so, you know, we get to like kissing and touching and all that. And I'm like, I wonder what it'll be like with the weed in my system. So she was like, yeah, we can smoke, you know, before we get all crazy, you know. I'm like, yeah, let's do that. Start drinking, because I was a drinker already. So I was like, let me take a few of these shots and whatnot. And it was like, all right, you know, let's light up. So we light up, start smoking. You know, of course, I'm hacking new fresh lungs. You know what I mean? And there's some strong shit. So I'm sitting there, I'm really hacking, right? Looking stupid. She
and
laughing.
that makes you even higher, too.
Right. So I'm sitting there with smoking. I'm like, yo, like what's supposed to happen? Like, what are you supposed to feel when it kicks in? You know, I mean, I'm like 10 puffs in. I'm like, what's supposed to?
You're like, you ain't feeling nothing.
Yeah, like what's it supposed to be, right?
Tale, yeah.
And then I'm sitting there and she's just laughing, right? This is back when weed made you laugh your ass. I don't know what's happened to weed since then.
Yeah.
But that's
it makes
what
you
used to be
crazy
my
introspective.
yeah. That used to be my favorite part, was just laughing at the dumbest stuff for no reason, right? Everything made you laugh. So she's over there, she's just giggling at every dumb question I have about what I should be feeling, right? So here's why I knew it was kicking in. I was like, man, that's some bullshit, man. I can't wait to go back to Chantel. Like, you'll put some damn oregano in here, acting like you done did something. But she didn't charge me. It was a gift. But I was just like, man, that's some BS. I'm sitting there like, you know, you starting to look high. Like, why the hell I don't feel nothing? I never even smoked.
That's how you know.
And so I'm sitting there and I'm like, the hell are you doing on the wall? Like, what are you going through? And everything I say, it makes her laugh harder. So I'm sitting there like, wait, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, get off the wall.
Get off the wall.
And she's like, sit up. Like, oh, I'm slumped over. It's okay. So it kicked in. I didn't even know it. Right?
That's funny.
So now, and I'm telling you, this had to be better than any comedy show ever in her life. Because when I tell you, she was choking laughing at every damn thing I did, and I was getting annoyed because I'm sitting there like, yo, why the fuck are
it's
you
different
laughing
with
like
you. She was laughing at you at some point.
I'm like, answer me, I need answers. Everything made her laugh more, right?
That's funny.
So I'm sitting there, so I'm trying to, you know, I'm like, fuck it, let's get back to messing around, you know. I'm trying, but you know, I can't.
How about let's get back?
So a few minutes later, I end up hugging the bed, right? I'm holding on to it for dear life. She's screaming, laughing.
Oh my God.
And she's like, why are you hugging the bed like that? I'm like, 'cause the room is spinning. Why is the room spinning? And I'm talking about red as a beet, and she is just, I'm thinking she's about to die any minute from laughing.
Funny.
Hacking, right? So then, you know, some time goes by. She's still laughing at everything because apparently I'm in auto mode, you know, where I'm doing stuff and I don't even know I'm doing it. So here's what's the weirdest thing that ever happened to me, right? So I'm just hearing, you know, I'm just let me just chill, let me sit still. Maybe this shit will go away.
Right.
I'm relaxed. I'm like, okay, I'm chilling. I'm like, somebody just keep talking. It's starting to annoy me now, right? Now, mind you, it's just me and her in this room. And she's still just laughing. And I'm sitting there like, yo, what the like, yo, who is that? You know, and the talking gets closer and closer and closer. And I'm like, yo, who is? Please tell them to shut the hell up. And then it gets so loud until the moment I realize it's me.
Yeah, I was about to say
I've been through that, bro. I've been through that.
God, no.
I knew it was him.
No, it gets worse. So I
was waiting. I'm like, who is it?
Yeah, right. Now, mind you, you know that sound like in movies or music where everything sounds quiet, muffled.
Yeah.
And then it comes closer and it's clear.
Yeah.
So it's like that, right? She's screaming, hollering, laughing the whole time. I don't know why, because I'm just trying to chill. I'm just chilling. In my brain, I'm like, I'm just chill. I'm just gonna stay here. With the room ain't spinning now. I'm good. And that and it finally comes close enough to my, you know, where I can hear it clear enough to realize it's coming out of my mouth. And I come into the middle of literally, my brain kicked all the way back in this moment, and I'm standing up in front of her. She's on the bed looking at me, just choking, laughing. I'm doing a stand-up routine. I'm in the middle of imitating Bullwinkle and Rocky. Bullwinkle's robbing Rocky. And I'm doing the voice. This is why she's screaming, laughing.
Yo, bro, what's crazy? He used to do that shit all the time. When he first started getting
Go to
high,
stand-up
he
mode.
would go right in the stand-up. And for 30 minutes, I'm doing voices and everything.
Everybody
funny,
loved
yo.
getting high around me because it was stand-up time. And needless to say, I was so jacked up and finally just passed out. I didn't even get none.
Nah.
And it didn't work out.
Damn.
But that was my first experience on smoke. I realized that was a mistake. You know what I mean? And then my second one, I had, long story short, got into some we were getting harassed by the police, and we were in the parking deck where everybody parked to go to the clubs downtown. And we smoked, like my boy, this at the time I was a bouncer back then. And so it was like, I got cut early. So it was like, you want to go home early? I was like, hell yeah, I'm about to come back and party. So my boy I was like, yo, come with me. My boys, I'm going to run to the car. I had shirts in the trunk. Let me flip this shirt out, and then we'll go back to the club. So we get out there, and my boy is like, he pulls up in an ice house. This is when everybody used to drink ice house. Pops out of ice house out the back seat, cracks it open, and he start passing it around like, hey, drink, man. And then my other homeboy was a super weed head, Melvin. Never forget. Shout out to Melvin if you out there living, bro. And super weed head, right? Like, he's one of them dudes that could yeah, that's this strain and this quality.
Super
smoke.
Yeah. We used to like get weed. We take it to Melvin. Like, Melvin, sniff that. Is it real? He's like, yeah, that's the real deal. Or nah, that ain't no good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he was a weed hound, right?
He'd be like, yeah, let's do that.
Yeah. And so Melvin sits there. He pulls out a little nugget, rolls up in the back. Backwoods was his thing. So he rolls up a backwood. And he's like, yo, hit this. And I'm like, I don't know if I should, man, because, me and weed, even though I started smoking it more, it's still like, it knocks me out. I got the munchies for about 45 minutes to an hour, and then I'm dazed. He's been in the club with me, slumped on the bar, like, huh?
Sitting there looking at him like, yeah, he's smoking.
I can't smoke going out. And so being a dummy, I was like, sure, why not? When in Rome, so I hit the blunt and start drinking some of the PBR, and the cop happens to look up through the space from the lower levels, and he's like, hey, stay right there. And he comes hauling ass. He's running, right? He's on foot. He's running. So my boy, he puts the ice house in the car in the back seat, and he throws the rest of the blunt on the ground and just starts grinding. And I'm going to skip the whole rest of the story, but he ground that thing into the ground so bad they brought a canine out because they were determined to find something.
Wow.
They brought a canine out, and the canine couldn't find it. I was like, no, what? How the hell did you do?
That shit
He wasn't
to the ground.
And so they were looking for it. It was like, we know you was smoking, know you high. Like, we don't know what you're talking about, bro. Now Melvin always looks high, but he can maintain.
Yeah.
And then my other homeboy, he was way ahead of me in smoking too, so he could maintain. Funniest shit in the world. So like all of a sudden we got like 20 cops up there, right? Nothing major's happened. They're just being OD, right? And then y'all know, in Wilmington on Saturday nights back in the day, the parking lot a line all the way trying to get to parking. So they're determined to get something on us, right? And so he sees the open container in the back seat, and he's like, "Nah, I can search your car and blah blah blah." I'm like, "Whatever, bro. Do what you need to do." Now I just smoked. It ain't hit yet, but it's in my system, right? So he pulls me out the car. Or I'm not in the car. They pull up. He pulls up his cruiser, and then the cops like all surround us. They're standing on watch or whatever, and so they put they take all our stuff out of our pockets and all that, make us looking at everything, right? So they're like, okay, we didn't really find nothing, this and that. So Melvin has all his stuff is splayed out on the back of the police car. And they look through, check his pockets, and everything. Okay, I guess he ain't got nothing. So they like, you could take your stuff, put it back in your pocket. So Melvin's putting everything in his pocket. The last thing that he put in his pocket, or was going to, was his box of Newports, right? Which also contained where his weed was, and they hadn't looked in it yet.
No, Melvin.
Right? I'm sitting there, we're looking like, why wouldn't that be the first thing you put in your pocket? And so he waits to the last, and the cop walks, the old top cop. He walks up as Melvin's grabbing that last thing. He's like, oh, whoa. Hold on. Let me see that. And he opens it, and he's like, you almost got away with it.
Oh,
he had
man.
he had like an ounce on him. So he was like, come on, put him in cuffs.
Dang,
All of y'all?
Nah, well, first just him.
Yeah.
And then went to my other homeboy, and he was like, first they said, if you tell me the truth, You know,
That's
we'll
what
be
they do.
we'll be leaning on you.
Yeah.
So he was like, I got like a dime in my front pocket. So they went ahead and put him in cuffs. And then Melvin was about to get away, but then they found that in his Newport box. And they cuffed him and took him to the paddy wagon. You remember back then, they used to just go around all night,
and just pick
put everybody in the paddy wagon,
wait.
and then go process you at the end of the night, right?
They do that in the city too.
Yeah, so like, damn, going to the paddy wagon. But the car we were in was mine, so they were like, you know, can we search? You know, and I was like, nah. I ain't gonna just give you permission.
Yeah.
Right.
When he's like, well, you had the open container, so we don't need your permission. We was just trying to be courteous. I was like, oh, all right. And my trunk was closed, and they were like, open the trunk. I was like, it's broke.
Was it broke?
No.
That was the excuse back in the day. I can tell
We
you
had a lot of weed in that.
Wow.
So I was like, it's broke, and I didn't have the key. I purposely would not go. I knew how to open it without the key fob, but I knew just in case I got pulled over.
Yeah.
I don't know. I lost the key fob. It's been broke. And so that's why they brought the canine out. It was like, okay, all right, this is
Smart
Smarty
guy.
Pants. Yeah. All right, hold on. So I had to wait 20 minutes. Mind you, people are driving by and they're like, oh, no, Dom didn't got the player. So I'm like, yo, go on.
They got the
Keep
player.
moving. Keep moving. You know, they're like, oh, what's up, Dom? Because they put me in cuffs, but they didn't take me right away. They put me in cuffs and just leaned me against the squad car while they searched in and out. They brought the dog out there. The dog's going through stuff. And I'm like, God, please don't let that little bastard smell anything.
Right.
Yeah.
And fortunately, God was looking out because he didn't.
Wow.
Even though they kept taking him back to the trunk, sniff that trunk. I'm like,
Yeah.
God damn, a third time? Like, come on.
They was trying to get you, bro.
Yeah, they were
was trying to
heavy,
get you.
heavy. And but the funny thing is, so a cop walks up to me, and now mind you, this whole time it's like 40 minutes done went by. All this is happening, right? So they got me leaning on a squad car. Now the weed is hit, but I didn't know it, right? So one cop walks up to me, and he puts his elbow on me and pushes me, and I'm like, yo, what you doing, bro? Like, I'm in handcuffs. I'm not doing nothing.
Right.
He's like, he leans in. He's like, you might want to sit up before they realize that you're about to fall
wow.
off this car.
The cops are there?
Yeah.
He got your back.
I didn't know why he was putting his hands on me.
Yeah.
But
Police brutality.
He's looking out for you.
Right. And he let me know, like, you straight leaning,
Bro,
about
you
to
about
fall
to
off
fall.
the
Yeah,
squad
you
car.
about to fall.
Black dude.
Because I'm just like, nah, it's a white dude.
White dude.
And
Wow.
I'm sitting there because I'm like, nah, I ain't high, I ain't smoke nothing.
Yeah.
And I'm just linked. I'm bent, you know. And I'm like, damn. And so then they take me. You can't do certain things with a bunch of high dudes, right? Because now all of us, the weed done hit everybody, right?
Yeah.
They're in the paddy wagon already. So they don't find anything, but they're still like, well, we're going to take you down, ticket you for this open container. And so they lead me down all the way to the paddy wagon, right? So they open the doors to the paddy wagon. It's only Melvin and my boy Rudy in there, right?
Yeah.
And so they're high as shit by now too, right? So they open the door. Mind you, they're, got the ankles locked down, hands behind their back. These dudes start screaming, hollering, laughing.
I would have done the same thing.
So the
They're
cop,
like, yep, got you too.
yeah. So the cop is like, get up in there, and he's like, shut up. What we tell you about all this noise, blah, blah, blah. So he goes in there with the nightstick and he's like, shut up. He's jabbing away. They're laughing and screaming at the same time, right?
That is funny.
And so then they put me down in the seat, and then my ankles are too big for the bar thing. They close down over your feet, right?
Yeah.
So the cop pushes it down, and he's like trying to make it stick. And I'm like, I'm in pain because I'm like, oh, what are you doing? I'm like, They're screaming, laughing. I'm making them laugh even
my
more
God.
by my screaming. And they're like, he's too big. His ankle's too big. You're like, get off him. Now they jabbing all of us with the knife. Shut up. So I'm surprised they ain't beat us to death in there because they wanted us to shut up. We could not stop laughing. Then they pulled the chest thing down, and same thing. He's trying to make that stick, and my chest is too big for that. So he's pressing. I'm like, They're screaming, hollering. It took another cop to come in there and be like, "You come out of here, man. Come out of here." He was about to beat us all in the head, and he was just turning red, starting to rage. And then we get down to the magistrate. So now they're gonna ticket us and let us go, right? Get our court dates and all that stuff. And so we get to the magistrate. We're sitting there, and the magistrate, old black dude too, and he wasn't there for no BS. And we sitting there, we waiting in line with the cops, right? So we're in line, we're sitting there, we're like trying to keep it together. We're about to go in front of the magistrate, like, yes, Your Honor. And so my boy Melvin, there's a little button that you could press and it rings in the back because everything else is locked down. You had to talk to them through a glass. It's like 2 a.m. And so there's a little button you could press and it rings all in their back office to let them know somebody's up at the window, right? So mind you, they're all at the window already and stuff. And there's like a line of us that they're, processing through. And so Melvin leans on the button and like, sir, don't lean on the button. He's like, oh, I leaned on that? Oh, my bad. A few seconds later. Like, sir, we just told you. We're like, Mel, come on, man. We ain't trying to get no more charges, bro. Like, what are you doing? And he's like, It got so bad, he kept doing it. So it got so bad the magistrate was getting pissed off. And they had to keep hearing that ring, and he over there. And they're like, so finally he told the dude, the cop was like, yo, one more time, and we're just going to throw you in the tank.
Oh, man.
He's like, all right, I'm going to walk over here. Mind you, we're all still in cuffs. So that's my 2 craziest weed smoking stories.
Oh, my
You have a crazy story?
See, it doesn't match up to yours. I got one, but I don't think it's as funny as yours is. But I'll share it.
Yeah, please do.
So, okay. I kind of got 2 too. One isn't really like a funny one though. Well, let me tell y'all this one. Okay, so you know how you do like the ciphers, the old school ciphers. Everybody roll a big lunch. We had like the Dutch Masters. You know what I'm saying? And it's like a group of us, and everybody's like, this is how it was. As soon as you pass one, there was no time to breathe. Another one was coming. So at this point, I have been smoking a little bit. This one I can handle it. So I'm like, I'm good. I got this. I'm good. I'm hanging with the fellas.
Reggie, I can smoke 9 of these. I'm good.
So look, all I know is it's going like this. Well, then I guess at some point it kicked in because everything's like hazy. You know what I mean? But I'm chilling. I'm like, chilling, right? Feeling good. And I'm seeing something out the corner of my eye, but it's like I couldn't turn my head fast enough because I was just relaxed. So,
just speak the mic. Never mind, just talking to the mic. Yo, the producers over here looking at me. I'm like, I'm trying to get. I'm telling you, talking to the mic. He's trying to tell me talking.
I was
look,
lost.
I thought something was on my face.
I thought he was talking about me coughing. He's going like that.
I'm trying to figure out ways to tell her.
Don't do that.
Yeah, because
I was like, look, I'm sitting here like this, like, yo, just talk to the mic.
Legit, I was just looking at SDOT and I didn't see him do that, so I'm like, how did I just miss the whole joke?
I was like, listen, I'm looking right at it. I was like, is it the fly? Okay, so
going towards the mouth like,
oh my God, I would have died. Y'all would have saw me flip entirely.
And I would have started hollering.
I would have flipped out. So I'm seeing something out the corner of my eye, right? And I'm like, I can't really turn to the side because I'm feeling nice. So all I know is I end up looking up and everybody's dying. So I'm just like, because that's when everything's real funny. Listen, I'm like, so like,
what is it? That's high laugh. Yo, I can't be around you and you do that laugh when I'm high. You gonna hear in the back.
That's the song.
That's how we was laughing. So the harder everybody's laughing, I'm laughing harder. So now I got tears. So look, my friend's like, no. And everybody called me lady. So he's like, lady. And like, he's like trying to get it out because he's laughing so hard. So I'm like, what? And I'm dying. So look, this is when I was like heavy into like always getting my nails done. Like I'm not real big on like the fake nails and all that anymore. So I used to have these like long nails and stuff. Listen, he goes, your nail, right? So I'm like, what? And I turn. Well, what I saw at the corner of my eye, my nail was on fire. Listen, it was
while you're laughing?
It was so the whole time everybody dying. I'm like, and my whole nail's on fire. I swear. So listen, it's so high. It's like smoke coming out.
I can't be around you.
I couldn't blow it out because I was laughing so hard. I was trying to blow it. So I'm like. And listen, they are dying. Like I almost peed in my pants.
That's truly some hot shit.
That is
nail is on fire.
I couldn't, my nails,
and you even know.
I'm like this. I couldn't get it out. Listen, he had to come and grip something and throw it on. And
there's a dude
luckily
in the
I didn't
crowd
burn my
doing
finger or anything.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Like,
so that's
shit
my
is crazy.
story.
Yo, that's wild as hell.
Oh man,
she don't even know her shit on fire though.
Yeah. listen, and
just
then
laughing.
and everybody's
I
sitting there
thought I was
laughing at me.
I'm like, I'm that high?
I know, right? Yo, this shit is fire.
Literally.
How did it catch on fire though?
I don't know.
Did you smoke it to the roach?
I don't know.
Damn.
I really don't know. Or
They
maybe
used to be like
maybe
the politics. Oh yeah.
I don't know.
No
I don't
offense,
know.
no offense, but I really was waiting to hear you say, I had some leftover shit under my nails.
Yo,
If that ever happened, I wouldn't have shared it.
I would just have to get up.
I was like, that's a bold choice.
If you'd have ended that story with that, I would have had to just get up for a few seconds. Like, yo,
I would have took
funny.
that with me to the grave.
I mean, 'cause
Nobody would have known.
Like, you're not thinking she's going to say, my nail
Yeah,
was
'cause I'm
on
like, my
fire the
nail.
whole time.
Yeah, that
Only
is
thing I
funny.
could think of was like,
That's
was
funny.
some shit under there?
It was hilarious, and it was so high. It was hilarious. That thing was, that's the fake nail, so it's all like bubbling over. It was hilarious.
it's turning different colors and all kinds of stuff.
Listen, that thing was like, save me.
Yo, bro, I
And
can't
I
be
was like-
around. I couldn't be
I
around you.
couldn't even like blow. I'm like,
I want to know how that happened. That's crazy.
it was hilarious.
What was the laugh?
do
What
the
was the
laugh
laugh?
again.
What was the laugh?
Y'all can't do it. Oh
Everybody-
God.
I'm like, no.
Because you're trying to keep yourself
Yeah,
together
yeah,
and be
yeah.
sophisticated.
Listen, yeah, I'm trying to act like I'm not really high, so everybody died. I'm like,
Got that jigsaw laugh.
Yo,
I would like to play a game.
you gotta keep your shoulders tight too. Like,
yo, crazy.
I'd have been looking like, yo, I got to stop smoking. Hell, I'm not seeing her laugh like that.
oh man.
And that's what I need to smoke with. She smoking. Shit. See when she laugh?
Maybe there was
real.
a candle around or something.
I don't know.
That's crazy.
Or I don't know if I went to like maybe try to
Maybe you tried to
light
Maybe you
it.
try to light it or
Maybe,
smoke
yeah.
it
You
down.
know, because
You might
like
have
it
smoked
was
down
so
to the
many
roach.
going, so maybe I was trying to light it and just did it, and somebody passed me one,
That
and I
might
don't
be
think
what
I
happened.
No,
realized
I know exactly what happened.
what happened.
I know exactly what happened because I've been around high bastards before. when high, if you're in a group of high people, they do high shit.
Yeah.
And you got that one weirdo. You were probably just talking and stuff like this.
Those was,
And some dude was just like watching that thumb.
Yeah.
Somebody leave me alone.
Some high-ass bastard
You
next to you.
mother freaker.
And dead ass, that was probably the most interesting shit to him ever. Like that. Yo.
yeah.
Damn.
Oh,
Or you might have
man.
thought you was lighting a blunt and you was really lighting your joint on fire yourself.
Listen,
That's
maybe
very possible.
Maybe
You smoked it down
That's
to the
too
roach.
high.
That's the other thing.
maybe.
Especially if they was
Actually,
long
yo,
nails. Like
Yeah.
I
you
think
probably used
that's what
those
happened.
to-
I think what I said.
That
was
I
what
think
happened,
this will let you know that I was high because I don't even remember.
Yeah, nah, that
She
was
was
special.
out of
That's
it.
But here's
special
a
type of
plus out of my getting high days. I can cook my ass off because, and all my friends would know this. They'd be like, "Yo, let's go to Lady House. You know she gonna cook when she get high." Everybody would listen. I would bake from scratch. I'm like, "Yo, y'all hungry?" They'd be
So
like,
you guys,
"Yeah."
ladies' house,
Listen.
get high.
Man.
I can cook. I'm
need
talking
to
about
roll one
making
up for you.
I know,
marinades
right?
and shit. I mean, you know I can
You
cook.
dead ass, but
I can cook
shit,
my
I
ass
know
off.
you
You
cook
know
when
she
you
can
high.
cook, too.
You know I can cook.
But I know she cook
Like,
when she's
never
high.
tasted her cooking.
Cook.
Nah, she
I've
can
never
cook
even
ass
been
off.
invited.
Nah,
I
dead
never
ass,
got
she
a
can cook
plate.
ass off.
They really.
Enough.
We should have
I know
pop
all
up.
these
I'm-
years.
Yeah,
Hey,
right.
listen. I'm
Or
not
I
telling
can
you.
just
be
be
invited.
special again and you can cook for me. It's okay, just cook for me. You don't worry about it.
But that was like the thing. All my friends would be like,
I bring the bud, you bring the food.
"Yo, I would smoke for free because they would know as soon
you
as I
go-
get high, I'm
yeah.
like, yo, anybody, and they be waiting like, yes.
I used to
What
teach.
we in?
I used to teach
crazy.
Kung Fu for weed, so I know what you mean.
There you
man.
go.
But
It worked out.
The dynamic is hilarious from like different areas, especially like if you live in California or Colorado and
Oh
other
my
places
God,
that it's
Colorado.
legal. Versus, and see, I'm bi-coastal. I go back and forth, and on the East Coast, it's not legal yet, right?
Right.
So it's like a crazy dynamics because when I'm in LA, it's like you just go to like it's like a gas station almost. You go in everything you need.
It's nothing.
And it's like, you
crazy.
want some moon rock, you want some purple, granddaddy
Moon rock.
purple, you want some blue purple,
Wow.
you want some passion fruit,
Come on, LA.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like,
That's crazy.
I literally feel like a moron because I got to like walk me by my hand again.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right, what's this? And
Yeah,
what's
yeah.
that? Because there's
Don't start with moon
92,000
rock.
products.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Dabs, vapes, herb, leaves, flowers. You're like, what in the hell?
Right.
And then you come back to the East Coast. You're like, damn, I need some more weed.
Right.
Yeah.
You gotta call the weed man.
Yeah, you gotta call the weed man.
Not the weed man.
Yo, and you know what
Right.
annoys
Don't
me?
get me fucked up by the weed, man.
You know what annoys
Listen.
me about California and Colorado? Are these bastards act like weed has been legal there for 30 years or something?
Right.
Right, so when you be like, yeah, well, you know, I got to stock up here now, so when I go back east, I don't have to worry about chasing down my weed man. They're like, weed man?
Yeah, act like they don't know what it
It's a
is.
weed man.
The damn weed
It's
man.
like, they only been legal like
weed
5
man.
years, bro. Like,
And
come
they
on.
be taking shifts and shit. The weed, the weed men out here
Yeah.
terrible, man.
And,
Weed
and
men
side
are
note,
unreliable.
weed
Oh
men
my
are the
God.
most unreliable human beings.
So
What
unreliable.
about when they be like, can you come to me, bro? My car is
Yeah,
broken. Nigga, you the weed guy.
My dude,
As
you
many
get
people smoke
paid
weed,
every
bro?
day. Why you ain't get your engine fixed? Why you ain't get your
like literally, I'm paying you. What
That's
you doing?
that's the difference of the weed men that smoke their stuff. Like you can tell the ones who don't
Oh, yeah.
smoke,
And
don't
then you
smoke
got
their
super
stuff, they be all
professionals.
professional. You know what I mean? Damn, the ones that smoke is like you said, like,
Right,
ah
it's
man,
always
dog,
something.
my tag's bad.
I know.
You just meet me.
No,
Man, I'm-
number one thing said,
Look, that's your people.
Yo, this is bigs all day.
I wasn't gonna shout him out, but I'm just like, that's just what he done. The last 3 things we said, y'all, I told you we be on it. Last 3 things we said, right? He was like, right in his man. I'm like, who? Wait, what? He fell out when I was like the tags. He was like,
That's bigs all day.
yeah.
that's so funny.
Number one thing
God.
weed
Listen,
men
I'm over
always
here
say is,
crying.
I'm on the way.
They may show up.
I'm on the way.
down the
They
street.
might show
right
up.
here.
Always, I'm
5
on the way. Yeah, give me a second.
God.
I'm coming
Yo,
down right now.
wait.
Yo, dude.
Yeah.
I called you an hour ago and told you I was on the way. I'm sorry, by the way.
Wait, why would black people say 5 minutes? Y'all know we like 20 minutes out.
you ain't
Not
lying,
25
bro.
minutes.
It's really 25 minutes.
They be like, where you at? 5 minutes. I'll be there in
5
5.
minutes.
I'm like,
I'll
gonna
see
be
you now.
20.
Yeah, I'll see you now.
25.
yeah.
Let me take my shoes off.
Yeah.
He gonna be a while.
Oh, man.
Right, exactly.
What they got is cutting up. Woo. What they got is cutting up. Woo.